Yeah, so my business partner Mikey, like, he's a property developer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he's always had that vision.
Yeah.
And now, it's not even about how much peas he's got or anything like that. It's about what he's giving back. So we started just making sure that none of these players go through these agents that mess kids around.
Yeah.
Like, I got messed around with being with some of these agents, you know what I mean? I got messed around, they didn't look after me properly, they didn't show me anything, they didn't help me create more wealth. They didn't do none of that. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing that. I've made my mistakes. Do you know what I mean?
That's kind of what Lou does over in the stateside with a lot of these rookie NBA players.
Yeah, it's needed.
Yeah, where he shows them what to invest in.
Yes.
Like, literally, like
one of my players now, just bought, he's not even on Big P, bruv.
Yeah.
But he just bought his first house.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah. Look, when you look at, it's not a big house, bruv. Yeah. It's a small little house.
Yeah.
And he's got his car, he's got his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah.
So now he can build from that, and he's not even made it properly yet. Yeah. He's not even a big time player, but he will be because I believe in him and he's gonna get there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But he's already putting his money into things that is going to be retained. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that, listen, the car, forget the car. Yeah. The car come and go. You can lease a car. It's a minor. Yeah. It's the property and where you're putting your money now, how you invest in it.
I remember like when I was younger, hearing like people like Fowler and that.
Oh,
them man were they had the vision.
Yeah.
They had the vision from time. Hearing them man.
But that's because of his brethren he had around and the people that was looking after him. Yeah. They was influence. They were good influences around him. Yeah. When you're from the hood like us, and we're not. Remember, we're like first, second generation over here. You know, we're winging it. Yeah. Like our parents come over here. Winging it. Yeah. They don't know about the system really. Look how we're still learning about the system now. How messed up is it? But we're learning about the system now. How messed up it is. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So how can I expect my mum or uncle that ain't from money like that in Sierra Leone to come over here and handle money in their way over here? Yeah. It's hard, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they like Robbie Fowler. He probably had a system like his family's from here. Like his family's from here, they know about the stock, the stock exchange, all them things there. You know where to go and buy. It's their area, isn't it? They're from England, bro. We're not from it. But unless you got a business savvy head and you're from Nigeria and you've been here for a few years, you're back and forth doing business, then you'll know about the market over here. But we don't know nothing like that if you're just a freshie. Do you know what I mean? So how are you supposed to learn? Like, so them man, like. They have a head start on us. Yeah. So now it's up to our generation now not to let this happen again. Do you know what I mean?
To set the pace for the younger ones.
So we've tried and we've learned. Yeah. It's not tried and failed. Yeah. It's tried and learned. Do you know what I mean? Now it's making sure the youngers don't have to learn again and build from what we've started. So we're the foundation. Now they got to build up. Yeah. And that's what I teach my sons. Like look, you got a better what I done. Don't have to be a better footballer than me, but with money sense, business and all that, do better than me.
So do your young ones, do they play football?
Yeah.
They fully kickball,
yeah. One plays for West Ham, under 13s, and the other one, he plays for a local team around here. Yeah. I always forget their name. But it's around there in Selsdon. Okay. He plays at Selsdon. Yeah. Because he's been a couple of teams around there. Yeah. So they're doing the work. They love football. I don't want them to kick ball if they don't want to kick ball. They got to love the sport, bro. Yeah. And being a footballer's son is hard, isn't it? Not a lot of footballers' sons make it. Yeah. So I've always, every day, I say, do you love the game? Yeah. Do you want to play football? Yeah. You don't have to play football, You could do something else in that. Like, you don't have to play football. Not because I don't want you to feel under pressure. Yeah. You don't have to play kick ball. You don't need to. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I've set you, but now I want you to build. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, but they want to do it, so I've got I can't say it. Yeah, it's just like,
cool. Then.
But then, like it's good. But their mums are really, really good with them. Yeah. Like takes them because there's a lot of things that people don't see. Traveling. It's hard for some. Imagine you're a single mum. And you've got a player.
That's another thing I was gonna say. Yeah, back in the day, especially like with old school African family. Did your mum used to turn up to games?
No.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, she didn't believe in. She didn't know I was good. Until my uncle said to her, "Do you know what?" Because my uncle was good. Because do you know what? He's quite good, you know.
I remember growing up. Yeah. So like after secondary, I started playing on the last day of GCSE. I started going to basketball. And I remember like one time I was playing on the 18s in Colchester. And none of my family had ever come to my game, but one of my cousins was going uni out there, so he come to my game. Then after he phoned my aunt, he was like, "Rah, have you not seen him play? He's very, very good. He's mad athletic. He was dunking. He was doing this." They was like, "Nah, they've never." And I was like, "Yeah, you're talking to people that don't care nothing about sports." My auntie's thing was just, "Has he gone college? Has he done this? Has he done that?" So that's why I had to ask, because I just know that. Growing up,
you wouldn't have been able to go to football if you wanted to, because you wouldn't be able to get there.
Growing up as a kid, like literally all on our basketball team, all the African kids, their parents were never there.
That's mad.
Never ever there. It was just
my uncle was detrimental to me. Like he was the main man. He used to drive me everywhere, bruv. I remember, even in the later days when I'd already bust in the first team, when I was on loan to Aston Villa. He would drive me from my yard every day to football, every day, like from London to Aston Villa, Birmingham. You know, my uncle would do that. So it was a commitment. You know what I mean? It's a massive commitment. And imagine, and that weren't pressure on me. It was more to do with me not letting him down. I don't want to let my people around me down. So that's what drove me. Like I knew how much my uncle put into me, and work how much prayers my nan and my mum gave me. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to let them down over some nonsense that I don't feel like it today. That's why I work so hard. Like, listen, I weren't the best of players, blood. I was okay. I was a good player.
What do you think your life would have been like if you didn't play football?
I'd have done something else, bro. I'd have done something. I'd have been in music. Because I love my music, innit? So I'll tell you a story. So when I was young, like I was about 15, 16, and you're coming up to, like, I was still kicking ball, but I used to do these under 18 raves, bruv, back in Ealing, in Norfolk, Ealing, them ends. And it was a gaff called, what is it called again? Education in Dance. So you know Chucky, MC Chucky. Ask him about me. Ask Sharky P about me. I've MC'd with all them man there, you know. I used to be an MC back in the day, Juvenile C back in the day, bruv. That's what you used to call me in the ends. Me and Swifty was my partner. Swifty, Simon Swift. Simon James, his name is, but you used to call him Swifty back in the day, and I was Juvenile C. And this is before, like, this is House and Garage time when. Like it was bad. It was bad, didn't it? This was just before the jungle era. It was coming over, getting over, and then it was getting to House and UK House and Garage. And I used to go to these under 18 raves, and after MC, I used to do back to back with me and Swifty, and then we used to pass the mic to Sharky P. He had his set, and then I would be on next after that, and then Chucky would be on. Bruv, it was mad. I was around them soups there, blood. You know what I mean? Like, them man there was big. And you know, they're legends in the game now. I think Chucky's got his own little he's got his podcast. He does radio and all that. He's done. I see him do.
Podcasts are doing well.
I see him do something with Vice as well. So bro, I'm so happy for him. So when I see him, I'm like, do you know what? Like, man know you differently. It weren't through football. I know them differently.
West Londoners,
I know them man differently. So it was a pleasure to be around that, but then I had to make a decision whether I wanted to go with music, and then football was getting serious now. So I had to make a decision, and there was one time I got run out of Norfolk, blood, bruv. One of my brethren, you know this Swifty guy, swear down, he's my brethren still to this day, I love him. But he was mouthy, blood, and he said something to some youth from them ends there, but we was going, about a week or two later, we had to, and I think he had a fight with one of these youths in some next kind of gaff, and he was MC, and I couldn't make it that day. I had football, and he got into a fight over there. But then we had this gig, and it was well advertised in Norfolk, so everyone knew we were gonna be there, innit? Bro, I didn't know what was going on. It was until afterwards I found out that he'd done all the madness with this guy, and I was upset with him for a bit, because I said, like, you could have warned me, bro. I wouldn't have gone. But these are the type, bruv. We MC'd and everything, and so afterwards I said I'm bouncing. But these man them, all of that the guy that he had a fight with, all pulled up with bikes and that. I was like, raw. I looked out, I was like, raw, I ain't going out the front, I'm going out the side, man, because I'm bouncing, I'm dancing. Bruv, I remember I must have come out this side, they go, raw, there he is, Bruv, I started going fire exit, I started busting up, going down this road. I tripped, I done some next kind of roly-poly. I bust my head, and all my other bridges, they were running. There was about 10 of us, all running out. We've got to run out of there, but I tripped. And I remember, listen to this, bruv. And this is what changed my view on everything, I remember when I bust my head, I was like, raw, that hurt, bro. Why am I hurting? I've come here to have fun. Like, what am I on it? And then I just remember the bikes just going past me. And then one goes, he's there. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, I started running again, went into some bush, dived in the bush, and then I saw a gate, jumped over the gate quickly, and then I was in some woman's garden now. I shouldn't have said it's a woman yet. So I've gone into the garden and I've gone in the bush and I've just hid there, bruv. I was there for about an hour. I can hear the bikes going, and I heard someone go, oh, we lost him. So they were just looking for me. All my other bridges are gone, and I didn't have a phone these times. You know what I mean? So I was like, nah, this is mad. Why am I going through this? So anyway, man was shaking in the bush, come out of the bush, in the garden, when I knocked on this is about 12 midnight, When let's say I just gonna knocked on someone's door like that, like in the back garden, bruv. So, and a woman, some old woman, let me in, and I'll go, sorry, madam, like, can you let me in? I've been chased by all these black boys. I'm scared for my life and everything. She called the police. And then the police picked me up from her yard. Took me home, blood. Police escort, So I had a lot of time to think when I was in that police. I was like, right, do you know what? This lifestyle's not for me, I'm sick into football. And that's when I put I ain't MC no more. I put the mic down, blood. I said, nah. I might do a couple of DJ gigs, because I've even DJ'd in Aura. So I love my music, bruv. So I do DJ. Like back in the day, I DJ'd in Aura, DJ'd in some other clubs in West London. So I do DJ, I've got decks at home, I still do my bit, but professionally, it was just not one for me, bro. that life is all that, like, but that's garage scene, blood. Imagine the hip hop scene, bro. That's all long, bro. I'm not on it. So that was my story. That's why I chose football. So I was a left to go music, right to go football. I went that way, but after that one event, bro, I got shook, bro. I'm not about that life, man. I'm not about that life.
No, that is jokes, man. That is proper joke. So, with the younger generation, what would you say to the ones who are like proper chasing it and they might not be like the top level, they might be mid-level? What would you say? What would you give as advice to them towards trying to?
How many man do you see on TV? And you thinking, how did he make it? How many man do you see like that? You see Bear in it in the Premier League, bro. How did he make it? I'll tell you how he made it, First and foremost, it's not about talent. Yes, you gotta have some sort of talent, but before the talent shines, you must work hard. Football, it's a working class man's game, blood. Do you know what I mean? Working class. What does that mean? You have to work. Football's not gonna land on your feet or your foot or your knee or whatever part of your body you want it. You have to go and get that football and manipulate in it. So you have to work the ball. So you have to work first, to go and get what you want out of life. Same thing. It's everyday life. So a lot of people will say, I'm better than him. Yeah, you're better than him, but do you work harder than him? Does the manager trust you? Like, the manager know that you might be limited in your job, but he knows that you're gonna leave everything 100% out on that field, and he's not gonna and you're consistent with it as well. So you're consistently being at a level where the manager can trust you. Say, I know he's not that great, but I want this job done in a certain way that fits in my team. I need to play this player because I know he's gonna try and bust a gut for me, and he's gonna leave it on that. He's not got all the talent. That guy there is better than him, but it's not about how good he is because he's not consistent with his talent. He's not playing. Because if he was consistent with his talent all the time and he's working hard on his talent and the talent was flourishing, he wouldn't be at this club. He would be at Real Madrid. You see it? So the consistency of your work rate has to match your talent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least. Or if you've got less talent, your work rate has to be harder than your talent. Your work rate.
I remember even back in the day, like even Luar as an example, he was telling me a story. So like back in the day, like when we were kids and everyone was at Brixton, he was like, so before I got to Brixton, he was like, back in the day, right before he went to America, he used to, our old coach here, Jimmy, rest in peace here, used to give him a weighted jacket, and he used to give him this weighted jacket here to bring to training and that, and instead of him taking a bus home or taking a bus to training, he used to jog from his family home in West Norwood to Brixton with the weighted vest on, do a 2-hour training session, then sometimes train with the men as well, then jog all the way back with a weighted vest.
Perfect example of working hard, isn't it? I'm not even. He probably didn't see it as a big thing. He didn't realize. Yeah, he just felt I need to do this. I felt like
sets you a level ahead of every other man.
That's mindset. That's just mindset. It ain't nothing. It's just mindset. Because when you look at it, like look at me now. I used to do the same thing. Yeah. I used to jog to school. Yeah. So I used to live in Brentford. I had to go to Chiswick school. Yeah. So what I used to do, I made this thing up. Yeah. And I know I've seen a lot of people do it now. Yeah. And I've said it to a lot of kids. Yeah. When I'm going to school, I said, you know what, I feel that's fitness as well. So I won't catch the bus like everyone else. Sometimes I would, if I'm really feeling or I'm really late. Yeah. But most times, if I want to get fit and I feel like I want to work today, because it's just something inside you. Yeah. Laziness is not acceptable if you're going to be an athlete. So I used to just come out my yard, see lampposts. Yeah. I used to do lampposts. I used to jog one lamppost, walk one. And then that was just to school. Then on the way back to school, from school, I used to do the sprints. Yeah. Sprint one lamppost. I was after a hard day at school, you know. Yeah. Sprint one lamppost, walk the other one. Yeah. Sprint one lamppost, bro. And that's how. Yeah. And like I showed my cousin that. My cousin does it now. Yeah. Like he's older. He's about older, isn't it? Yeah. But that in my head, that's what I was using to stay fit and relevant. And because it's intervals as well. It's interval training. Yeah. And that's why I was so fit. Yeah. And that's why I was probably quicker than everyone else. And I could last longer in the game than everyone else. And that's hard work because I've trained my body from an early age, from school, you know, all the way. So my body's used to it now.
I'll tell you another example. How I knew one of my bridges was going to start shining in boxing. So Isaac Chamberlain, I remember
I love his progress.
I remember one time, I was coming from a rave at 5 in the morning, and I was like, rah, I need to be in the gym by 7 to train someone. Yeah. And I was driving, and I'm just seeing headphones on and seeing in the dark, like in Loughborough. I was like, rah, Chambo, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I'm thinking, rah. Then a couple of times of driving around that time, and I've seen him jogging, and I'm thinking, right, this guy is relentless. This guy is relentless.
Yeah. And he's not giving up.
Yeah, he's not giving up. So I'm thinking to myself, rah. Yeah. Other men are sleeping.
He's working.
And you're working at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
But I kind of got the pattern, because imagine summertime, the sun comes out, innit? You're trying to run before it's hot.
It's harder,
yeah. So he's trying to get out the way before.
So that's what you call planning ahead. So he's planning ahead. So he's planning his future. Discipline, planning your future, making sure that you hit the goals.
When I'm seeing him shining, I'm like, rah, like, you know what? You've been dedicated. Like, people didn't see their mornings. You deserve every. People didn't see their mornings. I'm like, I'm coming from a dance.
I just don't hate. I don't understand haters. Yeah. Like, what, you think this all got given to us?
Nah.
Like, what, you think this was easy? Like, yeah, man's got talent,
but you have to work.
But you have to still work. Like, your work rate has to be. It's got to be more than your talent, bro. Like, it's just there's no rocket science to success, you know. Like it's about studying your craft, and working harder than the next man. It's simple as that.
This video especially, it's gonna apply very much to my little strong nephew cousin. I call him nephew, but he's my second cousin basically. But this is gonna apply to him more because, like I said to you, like naturally he's strong. He's picked up weights and within like months
he'll bang it up.
You know what I mean. But he wants to go the boxing route, and I said to him that, "Raw, you're strong. Don't get it twisted." But I said to him, the kind of discipline that I've got or you got, I said to him, I don't think it's natural in you. Because you've been kind of like babied all throughout life. But I said to him, I purposely have you around me and my friends to see like how we all attack our grinds aggressively. We're like, we don't complain if we take a loss. We're like, you know what, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember like last year, like one time, I was meant to have a rave on bank holiday after my birthday, you know. Then Priti Patel has gone and made some rule. And the day before, I remember that. I remember that. Then you had to put it back out and say, oh, it's not on today, like, because everyone had bought tickets. So I lost $6.5 fam. Wow. Then my nephew must have been like, rah, you lost this P and you're not even mad. I said, rah, you know what? I said, I'm going to do one thing. Every single person who asked for a refund, I put out a message and said, rah, message this number. So I spoke to every single person. Every single person. And he's like, rah, why are you doing that? I said, listen, now I've got data. So I said, I've gone from losing money, but I said, now I've got 800 numbers. So I said, next year and every following year, anytime I got an event now, what I'm going to do is broadcast. Boom. Hustler's ambition. You see that, bro? Like, you turn something negative. So basically, you pay 6,000 for data. You know what I mean? That's what you got to look at it. Because now, when it comes on top, when things are open, you've got these people that you can just hit up directly. You know what I mean? It's not through nothing. You got access straight away. Unbelievable. So I said to him, it's great marketing. I said to him, it's a mindset where you take your losses and think, rah, how am I going to make it bigger wins? So I said, rah, I lost that year, but I said, when things open up now, it's going to be boom, 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 boom. So by the time I do one part, I've made it back. Yeah, straight away. So then, what was you moaning about at that time? Like, it's like me. Like, when I had the bankruptcy, I was like, do you know what? There's a chance for me to start again. Yeah, I'm okay. I take the loss. My name was all plastered around the paper. I take the loss. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wasn't even embarrassed. That's the worst. Yeah. People thought I wasn't embarrassed. Yeah. I'm like, so what, man? Yeah. Like, it's money, that I've lost, but at the same time, I know it's only money. I could get it back. Get it back. I've got my name still. My name is money, black. Name is, you know what I mean? That's your brand. That's my brand. So as long as I look after me and my name as a business, I'll be fine. Do you know what I mean? There's one. I don't even want to put numbers on it, but there's one gig I've got coming up. It's something that I wouldn't even get when I was playing football. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter no more. It's money, and I'm in a good position now to grow. And that's where a lot of people will see it as like, oh, I know, but the man there, some certain man there was like, oh, you see what Cole was doing? He's in the paper, man. Well, how do you smoke all that pee, blood? Like, but they don't know what I went through and why it happened. It was part of my negligence, but I trusted the wrong people. That's all it was. It wasn't like I was blowing money everywhere. I want a man to be blowing money like that. It was more to do with what I got told to invest in and the people that was looking after me at the time. So I took it as you say, a lesson. It wasn't a loss. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing that I'm kind of trying to teach him, because I said to him, Raw, you want to get into boxing and this, but I'm like, if you're trying to get to a different level, you have to have that mind state from now, knowing that, Raw, what's the reason you're doing it for? Beyond the money. And one, are you going to be as disciplined as whoever the top way is? Because I'm like, Raw, you ain't even started yet, so you're at the bottom of the food chain. But if you're trying to go for them, man, and blah blah blah, because I'm like, Raw, I said to him, like, he was like, one time he was asking me about people like Dylan and that. It was like, Raw, I used to see Dylan in the gym with you. What does he bench? I said, Raw, you know what? You bench more than him. Physically, you're stronger than him. But I said, Raw, the way Dylan's mindset is, I said, compared to yours, one-on-one, no matter how good you get, if you don't develop the same killer instinct as him, I said, brother, you wouldn't even last more than one round. He was like, Raw, but blah blah. I said, Raw, strength doesn't always translate like that. It don't always translate like that. So I said, Raw, even though you're bigger, stronger and all of that, I said, that man would work you and rip you apart. I said, he might even beat you so bad that you would never want to get into the ring. Exactly. Because it's like the Gypsy King, bro. Like, his mindset, mad. Like, I see him on one podcast. I think it was Mike Tyson's podcast the other day. You see how he's back in shape, bro. Like, it's not even that. It's just his mindset I admire, because, like, he looks up. You can see the way he's looking at Mike Tyson. He's like, "Raw, this guy," because he's named after him. So he's like, "Oh, this guy's unbelievable." But he was looking at him, thinking, "What can I learn from this guy?" Do you know what I mean? He's not looking at him like in awe of him, just like that. He's like, "What can I learn? What else can I learn from this guy?" Because he's made all the mistakes.
So, and he's still,
and the bottom.
Bro, he's done it. He's been jail for the madness, bruv, like, and he's still loved.
Yeah, and now he's back winning.
Yeah. Look, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out how he's winning again. He had to grind again. He's working hard again. It's a minor. Like, and that's what makes us men. We gotta bring the food home, bro. And that's supposed to, that as a man, it's not even about the money. It's about being a provider for your family. And making sure that your family's fine. That's what spurs me on. Like, I don't want my family going through any kind of madness. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need for it. When I could go out and go and get it for them. Like, and that's leadership skills within yourself, where I didn't realize that I had until later on. Now I'm like, right, I can actually help my family get to the next level, and I have done that already. But I can even get them to the next level because we've gone through it all together. Do you know what I mean? And now when I look at you and you're doing your thing now, you're at that stage where you're doing it and you're doing it for the best cause possible, and it's to give back to the youngers. And if you'll always be blessed if you're coming from your heart. And you're giving back to the youngers and the next generation and trying to help them.
Because normally I'm a person who I post and bounce, but I used to always try and duck cameras, or if my brothers have a podcast like 3 shots, I'll go on it like once in a while, and then man will be like, right, you're always trying to chill in the shadows. But you know what is, it's something my mum said before she died. She was like, right, since a baby he was always popular. So I remember like looking at pictures when I was 1, there was bare kids. I was thinking, right, why is bare kids on the party? I remember when I was 5, like bare kids come to my house, and I remember pulling my mum aside and saying, right, why is there all these people in the house? And she's like, right, like you're always ducking popularity. Then my 10th birthday, I was like, if you throw me a party, I'm gonna go next door to my neighbours. And she was like, right, like you really
you're trying to shy away
she's
from
like,
it.
she's like, right, you're proper the most anti-social socialite. And I was like, you know what, it's
can only give so much.
But I'm a person, I proper like my space. Loads of people don't get that about me, innit? They're like, right, you get along with bare people, but I'm like, at the same time, even though I get along with bare people, I'm like a lone wolf. I could function like 3-4 days in silence.
And you can go into any environment and flex. You know what I mean?
Literally, the man then will be like, sometimes like before all these lockdown madnesses, I'll just get up and boom, I'm in the next country, and the man was like, right, like, you didn't tell no one.
Don't even calculate.
I'll be like, right, I was on Skyscanner. I saw a cheap flight.
Get out of it, man.
Went East Croydon, Gatwick, boom, I was out. When I was little, before like my brother was born, I was so used to being by myself. I became very, very creative in my own little space. You know what I mean? That my brother was Down syndrome, and when he was born, he couldn't really understand things properly. So like, I had my own weird way of communicating with him. And all of that. Then
that's unbelievable, man.
Like, he never really.
People don't see that side of you, innit? Because and there's a lot of people who've got different. You don't even call it a problem, just different backgrounds. But then I wouldn't look at you and say that you had a brother that had Down syndrome, because you wouldn't know.
I used to get like, you know, like if people run jokes like about, this person is like, back in school, like this person is spastic, or them things used to trigger me. So I would get into fights over them kind of things, because
people don't understand.
Because like you know, like Down syndrome and disabled kids and all of that, like I kind of like gravitated towards them because of my brother, innit? Then I left him when I was 11 and he was like 5, so I only had a few years being around him, so I still had that only child.
But that molded you still.
Syndrome.
That molded you for that little space, but you had an affinity to that.
You know what I mean? So when I've come here and all of that now, I've come fresh. The next minute again, everyone knows me. Then my mum says, see, you can't escape it, because I remember like one time we've gone West End, I've taken like selfies and all this, and we've gone shopping, and she's like, right, every girl in every shop you've been to has given me discount just because I'm your mum. And she goes, look,
superstar.
She's like, she goes to me, right, you can't escape it. It's your nature.
It's your start. So like, it's your start.
Like a few months before she died, she's like, right, why do you keep on running away from
who you are?
She's like, no matter what you do, you would always be known, even if you hid on the moon. Like, they will know you're there. They will know you're there. Like, so she was like,
just embrace it.
I remember saying to, that's exactly what she said. She goes, embrace it. It is what it is, because she's like, right, this is what makes you money. Like, being who you are. She's like, you don't work for no one, but being who you are is what has always been bring in your income. So she's like, you might as well take it
and take it to the next
further.
level,
So it's like after like all the lockdown and all of these things, like just there writing down things, and I was like, you know what, like. Yeah, I might as well. I'm like,
bro, do it, man. That's
I might as well. I'm like, I might
and
as
this
well
is why
start pushing out.
you got your friends, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got people that want to see you do well.
Yeah.
So engage with them, man.
Yeah.
And engage with the people, because I tell you what, they're the ones that are gonna buy into you at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Where's your money coming from? It's gonna come from the people, isn't it? They're gonna invest in you.
It's madness because random people I don't know always hitting me up, hollering and pushing, man.
Yeah.
Like
That's
people are, people are proper trying to make me shine.
It's always the ones, that you feel probably don't believe in you because you don't know them.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that support you.
Yeah.
And the ones that are close to you, they probably don't see the vision that you see in it. But once you get someone that's around you that has the same vision in you, do you know how powerful you are? Bro, it's mad. That's why what's going on with me and my brother Mikey.
Yeah.
Like, we've got the same vision, we've got the same goals.
Yeah.
So we're successful already in our own thing, but now we're gonna be successful together. Moral of the story, if we can help. And I think as we get older, we're learning that it's not about flossing on a man no more, man. Allow that, bruv. Like, if I see you do well, you pull up in a flipping Rangy or a Merc, I'll be like, rah, big up, man. Like, you know what I mean? And he ain't come, as long as the man ain't come to floss on you and make you look like an idiot, then just big him up, man. It's like, not no hate thing, bro.
It's like the last episode when I said about like the Miami and all them stuff there. It's like it comes to that where I've been out there and I've seen man them who go super hard and you understand it because it's their job. Then you see man them who are at the top of and they're just like calm. Just like, okay. And when you say that, right, they don't need to floss. Like I'm like, my rich bridges out there ain't trying to. They're not out.
Calm. They're people with money. Like when you got money, you don't floss, bro.
They're not.
Like one thing I learned when I've been around money all my life. So like I see certain people with way more money than me, bro. They're not flossing. They're just like calm, just chilled. Like they're not getting the table. Like see what we do. Like when we come into let's go outside. Let's go. And there's nothing to celebrate, you know. Actually, ain't nothing to celebrate. No one's birthday. There's you ain't won anything lately, but you just want to smoke money. Why? Chill out, invest your money in the right things, educate the youth to say this is the right way to do things. We all like a good party time, but you can do that moderately. You can do that like you can do that on the slime, like, but there's man them out there that will just spunk money for no reason, bruv. And I don't mind. Look, in the industry that you're in. You want them to do that because you're gaining, you know what I mean? But there's certain man, and if they've got a celebration on, perfect. Do you know what I mean? But there's certain man that will just come to floss in your face, like, just because they want to make you jealous. Like, I'm looking at them, I've looked at them and think, psh. Especially when they thought, this is what happened, like, there's a few men that I remember, when I went through that bankruptcy, I went out a couple times, just take my mind off things. And then they were like, they knew what I'd gone through, and they were like, Coley, let's put it this. They knew that I ain't got the P at the time. Like, to be, I can't. And if I did have P, it ain't going to that. Do you know what I mean? So it's not about not being able to. It's about how they structure what they say to you, innit? And they don't care that I've been going through some shit. They're not putting their arm around me going, Cole, you're right. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't care. They want to floss on me, blood. And I remember it. I remember it, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll take it. Minor, my bad. Like I know what kind of person you are. Don't come around me, innit? Do you know what I mean? They didn't come out to help me with a helping hand. They just want to take money from my pocket, or they want to floss on me. So fair enough. And there's a lot of people like that, bro.
A lot of flexes.
With no substance. I'd rather. So all that money I've lost in my life, I'd say it was an investment into the person I am today. Simple. And there's no one can take that from me. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy.
It's like even certain times like some of my brothers will be like, when we were younger, if we did this, I'm like, we can't even be dwelling on if we did this, if we did that. I'm like, what we did and how we used to party was necessary.
Yeah, it was. It was. You had to go through it.
You had to go through it. Because I'm like, right.
Can't be doing that at your old age. Like, oh, I missed that. Let me do it now. Like, you're dead. Like, you're the oldest in the club. You don't want to be that guy, blood.
If we didn't go through it then,
we
would always be like now wanting to do it every single weekend.
I see some man that like that. Like, they're like,
and I'm like, right. Like when I say to a man, raw, did you ever go Aura? No. Did you ever go Paper? No. I'm like, raw, like, where are you? Like, did you go Ministry? No. I'm like, raw, where you been? I'm like, everyone's out, literally everyone's outside. So it's like, fast forward now, even though I do parties,
but you're making money from it.
Bro, it's work to me. It's work to me. And apart from my events here, I rarely go out unless it's my boys, like Rock Boys, their thing. I would always go to their thing. Yeah. But apart from them, you won't really see me out and about like that.
Unless it's your
my
thing.
other brethren, they understand because I'm like, right, like, you know what, like it feels like I'm at work. Yeah. So I'm like, we could go link up and go eat or go shisha or go Top Golf for something little. Yeah. But I'm like, if I've been in the club like 2 times in a month already. Like I've already hit. I'm an old man. I've already hit my capacity. Like yesterday, for instance, when I said to you, Rob, I've gone to the gathering with my friends. They're still there till late, bro. I was like, I looked at the time. I was like, Rob, I've got responsibilities. I need to be up in the morning. I've dust out, jumped in my car, gone to sleep.
When you're doing all of that, man. So. Yeah, man. But respect, man. This interview is perfect because it just shows you, because we've lived the lifestyle, we've done it. So now we're just looking at life from a different perspective and just trying to put everything together. And what did all of that mean? Now it means something to me that I've gone through that, but now I'm on a different path and I'm going to the next level. The next level. Simple.
Yeah. Like I was saying, hope you like this episode. Carlton's not really a gym man, so we hardly train in this episode. But there's gonna be more content like this coming. It was just literally good to see my boy and catch up with him because I ain't seen him in probably 5 or 6 months, even though he lives down the road. But yeah, more content to come. Stay tuned. Boom.